Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 467. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Gloria. What's up, Gloria?
Hey.
What's up, Trey?
Howdy ho,
All
neighbors.
right. So, while we're anticipating the final episode of Series 8, the Death in Heaven, but then we also got the Christmas special, of course. Speculations are going out there about Series 9. What exactly are we going to look forward to? Now, from what we have so far, we do know that there's going to be a ghost story next year. There has been talk that the biggest rumor is that they will be filming an anniversary special, which they'll call an Easter special, possibly, in January. And big rumor is that Matt Smith and David Tennant, of course, will be in it, with Peter Capaldi. And possibly a classic Doctor. We're not sure who. Hopefully, that's just rumor. Just rumor.
Yeah, I hope.
The classic Doctor is either probably Peter Davison or Paul McGann. It's a rumor, though.
Yeah.
So
I think that that's who I'd like to see. One of those two characters, either Paul McGann or possibly Sylvester McCoy. I don't know, but those two make sense. Paul McGann
Right.
or
I would like it to be either one of them, too. I mean, they're both great.
now, I just want to keep everybody in mind that Peter Jackson will be doing an episode next year.
Thank God. Is he going to write and direct?
Well, he's going to direct, but it has been rumored. Actually, Sylvester McCoy had hinted that if he was going to do an episode, it will be a multi-Doctor story.
Nice.
So, wouldn't it be great if this special anniversary, which they'll probably call it the Easter special, for the New Who, that Peter Jackson is the one that's directing that episode. And of course, I'm sure that Stephen Moffat will be writing the script for it. So
That's not exciting. I wish he would. I wish
I
he
want
wouldn't.
that.
well, we're also hearing rumors that the Ice Warriors may be coming back this season, well, next season, sorry, Series 9, in a redesigned way. I know Peter Capaldi had said he would love to have the Sea Devils on. So everybody's looking forward to the Sea Devils returning at one point in time. We are going to get a Dalek story, of course, because that's the thing
Yeah.
every year. But we're told that the finale for next year is going to blow this one away.
Really.
Like, Moffat's so excited about it. It isn't even filmed yet. And he's before this finale even came out.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, supposedly it's better than any finale he's ever done. So I don't know what the heck is going to happen with that. But, and I'm thinking that they're leaning towards two-part finales. Because I think that works.
Yeah, I
But-
think it does work too because they cram so much information into 45 or 50 minutes, and it just sucks. So doing these two-part finales, I think is a really great idea. I agree.
Right.
Yeah, it gives them more time to wrap up all the stuff they did over the course of the season. The art stuff. Information.
Now, I would suggest that the first episode that they air, which may be the anniversary, I would suggest that Peter Capaldi revisits some of the classics and is companionless, but with the multi-Doctors, he winds up having classic companions with him. That I'm actually hoping that, Tegan Jovanka joins Peter Capaldi on the TARDIS, that companion, or Joe Grant, or Perry,
Hey.
and it just be like a weird episode where maybe the anniversary will have companions rather than Doctors.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of companions from the past. Maybe Martha Jones, maybe Mickey, maybe
Yeah.
Tom Noble.
how cool to get more information about them. You know, since they're
How
really-
cool would it be with Peter Capaldi and Donna Noble? Like,
Oh, that'd be.
Catherine Tate.
Yeah. Like, come on, give her back her memory. Like, somehow,
Think about her flipping out on him.
I want her to be able to get her memory back to help her.
Just think about Donna Noble and the 12th Doctor.
Yeah.
Man,
You know how I'd like to see.
Or Martha Jones even, the dynamic would be different too.
Yeah.
You know who I would like to see somebody as a new companion, just for like a one-off companion, like in an episode. I keep thinking this, and it struck me the other day. For some reason, is Stephen Merchant.
Steve Merchant?
Because I think he would just annoy Peter Capaldi, just to
Right.
death by like being that kind of character that he is. Is very, I don't know. I could see it, and I just want to see that. Like, put Stephen Merchant and both Ricky Gervais in an episode together, and just watched him annoy the living daylights out of Capaldi's doctor. That would just be a treat. That's all I'm saying. A good comic episode.
Could be. Could be. And they could also do the classic companions, and at the end of the anniversary, he gets a companion, a brand new companion. Or maybe Osgood. Maybe Osgood should be the
I
companion.
hope it's all good. I hope it's all good. Or Cy.
I'm voting for her to be the companion.
I'm voting for Osgood too, but I wouldn't mind if Cy came back for at least another episode, another one-off or one episode. I love Cy.
Now, we know that I'm sure Missy will return next year. Maybe they could have Missy and Ronnie, and they both be female. That would be interesting dynamic to see.
The dynamic between those two. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I don't know. What ideas do you have, Trey? What do you think they should do next year?
Well, next year, I think I'm glad. Does my mic sound better all of a sudden? By the way.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. I don't know. I think something I thought of was, we mentioned the multiple Doctor episodes, which we all love, and I like seeing them. And I definitely think they have the opportunity to bring, to do a classic Doctor. Why not do it? Paul McGann makes the most sense because he's the one that still looks the most like he did when he was his Doctor, as far as just his look and his physique and everything. Peter Jackson. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
Davis.
Peter Davison, thank you, would be. I'm just partial to because he's the one that I cosplay as. But besides that, I think I mentioned this to you the other day. I don't know if it was on your show or if it was just in chatting. But I would like to see a multiple master episode. That would be really great because we haven't seen it, and it would be really cool to see John Sims, play off of Missy. And whatnot,
Oh,
I wouldn't go so far as to say do a triple win because the only other one that we can get is
there
and I don't want to see. That was one of the big things that were wrong with that movie. So, but I don't know. I would like to see revisit some classic instances and have some have at least another one or two classic companions come back, like you said. The Daleks are going to be in there. They're always going to be in there. It'd be interesting to figure out something brand new to do with them, or just some really interesting way. Like I'm not convinced of this whole storyline yet with the Cybermen and this current two-part story.
I actually want them to have a break.
Yeah.
I just feel that he used them too much, even as secondary characters, and I really don't want to see the Cybermen right now.
Right.
After this, I think they should have like a 3-year break. Actually done with them, and I think that the Centaurans, they need to get a different clone batch and make them more serious.
Right, make them actually less comical and actually almost kind of brutal or something. Not brutal, but
make them bigger. Maybe make them bigger. Get a clone batch that make them like 7 feet tall or something. Change the uniform a little bit because it looks kind of boring. And then I thought we'd be getting new villains.
Right.
Where are they?
Yeah, or even some of the classic, I was disappointed with the Missy being the Master. I was really hoping she would be the Ronnie, because I mean, the Ronnie. I mean, I don't know. That'd be a good character to revisit. You change the origin now because the regeneration. There's no limit on the Doctor's regeneration anymore. So he said. So it'd be an interesting character to revisit because now the origin would be different. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I would prefer. I don't mind that Missy's the master. I do mind that she's the mistress, not the master. But I don't mind it's a female master.
I'm hoping that she's called master again, but I guess not. I don't know.
I'm hoping too because it doesn't have the same power and oomph as like master, And like I said, like I pointed out the other day, in the Star Wars world, you don't have Jedi mistresses and Jedi masters. You have Jedi masters. So I mean,
correct.
It'd be nice because those names, like I said, they're very personal to these Time Lords.
And the whole Time Lady thing, that's not.
Yeah.
I think it's no Time Ladies. They were all Time Lords. It's like.
It's Stephen Moffat pandering to people who want a female Doctor. And which is fine because, I mean, do a female Doctor if you're going to do a female Doctor if it fits and if it's right. If it's the right actor to do it. If it just blows his mind away or whatever. I don't necessarily trust him to pick her, honestly. But but what he's doing, he's pandering. He's doing something he doesn't necessarily need to do. It's fine. It was far enough having the Master be female, which I'm cool with. Great actress to do it. But taking it too far with doing the whole like Time Lady and mistress thing.
Yeah.
I did see Nicole Bryan's tweet, Perry, that said that she's going to be trying out to be the Doctor, which I know that was a joke because unless maybe not.
Yeah. I do give Michelle Gomez props though, that she is a good actress.
She is brilliant. I mean, she's doing a fantastic job
with what she's given,
Mm-hmm. I know. I think she's doing a great job.
Yeah.
So,
I can't. What my hopes for the next season is I'm hoping that I'm kind of crossing my fingers that Clara stays for another season. Now if she does, I don't know, and everything, and then because I kind of want more development. I mean, I know. We have more of a development this past season than we have the previous season before that. But I still want more development. And then also, Joe, you know this, I want River back. I don't know.
Oh, God, bring River back, man.
Yeah, I think River's going to come back. I think she's been one of the best companions.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want her back post-library. Like, maybe he could probably find a way to get her out of the computer. I don't know. But whatever capacity, whether it be her as another hologram kind of, or past before she goes to the library, I don't know.
I want the Ood back as villains. I want the Ood to get pissed off and invade Earth. Like, you just see Ood ships and you're like, what the heck? They're just nuts.
Ood visiting.
And like, I can see them, like, one of them is like standing like right here, and he's got the thing, right, and then they're all in the back of him like a pyramid. It's like the same shit, like, and like they're tired of being like servants, and they're gonna make mankind like one of them just becomes the leader and snaps. Yeah. And then all of us like they advance so much, they got ships and everything, and it's like now you got like one Ood left back on the planet by himself. The like Ood segment that the Doctor's talking, he's like, "What happened?" And like they're just that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would be
like that. I want to see them talking like that, like the Dark from the Impossible Planet and Saint Pit, like that evil thing, and like the Control. Yeah, they were great villains when they were like that.
Absolutely. I want to say something real quick about Missy though, because Gloria, I agree with you, and it was something I said the other night or last night on my show is that I think a way they could do it is by taking that whatever the splice is, that hard drive, that Gallifreyan hard drive.
Well, people are calling it the Matrix.
They're calling it the Matrix, but they haven't called it the Matrix like in the show. But I mean, could be. But that's essentially what the Matrix was. I mean, it was, But I think that it's possible that because Missy was collecting up all these people's consciousness. It's possible that she somehow knew about Missy and where she was, and went and uploaded her from the computer, from the library computer. So she might be existing already on that hard drive, And so if the doctor,
I was asking Joe about that on the last episode.
Who was existing in the hard drive, River?
what's that?
But it was that she
What do you mean, she grabbed River?
Yeah, it's possible she could have gone to the library and grabbed River, and she's now existing on the hard drive, and River's there. But
Oh my goodness.
so maybe she's on that hard drive. That's in this episode now. Maybe she's in there, and because of what I see that happening, the Doctor defeats Missy. He gets a hold of that hard drive, and he has to keep it on the TARDIS because now it has all these people's souls in it, right? I mean, it's their consciousness. So maybe hooks it up to the TARDIS or something, and that way somehow he's able to find, Missy. Maybe he has a room in the TARDIS. It's kind of like a holodeck.
Or let me just step in.
No, it's fine. Go for it.
Or he defeats her, and everybody's freed, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I got River in here," and then she takes it and she crushes it.
Oh my God, that's.
And then he just like he hears her talk.
Joe.
And she's like, "Doctor," and she just, and then he flips out.
And beheads her.
Then you find out, though, Gloria, that she's not really dead. No, then you find out that she's not really dead.
It's a theory, but man, that made me cry.
Goodness.
Oh man.
Or she'll say to him, "I love you," and then she'll just crush her. Missy would just crush her.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Gloria.
No. That theory was really emotional. That made me really emotional. But yeah, that would be that one. I don't want that.
She'll say like, "I love you, sweetie," and then all of a sudden, Missy would be like, "No."
Speaking of him, like, going ballistic in Angel, if that were to happen, he'd go ballistic on the magistrate.
Bryan,
What's that?
what happens if Missy kills River?
No!
Consciousness.
No!
Just,
No!
At least, I like that she's stuck and not be able to see the Doctor in the computer, but at least she's, there's a chance that there's always hope that somewhere in the future you can find a loophole and be able to get her, save her from the Doctor.
Do not say that. I don't want River to die. River's like one of the...
Wait, Gloria, or she'll take the chip that she's in and she'll throw her in the river.
River's like one of the most...
And then the cartoon on the Silence in the Library can come true. It said gold nuggets in the river.
And then to do a funny episode of him searching the whole river for her. Like falling in with his boat and looking.
Oh man. And falling out of the boat.
River's like...
And then he encounters the Sea Devil. That's what it'll be.
Yeah.
River's like one of the most coolest characters on Doctor Who. I don't want him to get killed off.
Yeah,
Or a whale will swallow the microchip with River in it.
Never.
Yeah, they're going to find a way to bring her back. They already know how they're going to bring her back, I'm sure.
I think they already know and they're already planning it.
I think it's the nanogenes
That it wasn't
from
anymore.
the empty child that Captain Jack had that cured the kid that was dead. I think that they put that on her body, and it will regenerate her cells, and then they'll upload her into her body.
Yeah, exactly. I had a theory about that too. About exactly the same.
All you need is at least a bone or something.
He had Captain Jack's awareness gun at the library. So somewhere in the time it says she's met Captain Jack.
She met Captain Jack?
But she had him.
How do you know she met Captain Jack?
I mean, I'm saying she probably did because she put a gun. Unless she got it from,
well, they both were in the 51st century. She studied in the 51st century. Yeah. They could have put their outfits in the same place then.
Yeah.
You do that. They should do something silly like that. She's going to buy a shirt, like for the next adventure, like Captain Jack's there, and he's like, "Hey."
Hey. I like how Moffat said one time whenever he was or back when he was doing it, and he was filming at his Twitter account and all that, and a fan asked him about whether, Jack would ever meet River, and how it would be and everything, how would the doctor react to their interaction and everything. And Steven said that the doctor would probably, well, if it was the honest doctor, the doctor would probably punch Jack because of flirting with River, and he'd be like, "That's my wife," and he'd punch her.
Pretty cool.
Makes me wish that would happen.
I see her defeating Missy. Like Missy wins, she's like, "Well, how are you?" She's like, "I'm his wife," or something. You know.
No.
No, I mean the River shooting Missy or something.
Oh, shooting her? I don't know. I really hope they don't kill the Master this time, at least not for a while. It's like you can only bring the Master back so many times from the dead before it seems silly.
He has a new cycle regeneration, so I think he has unlimited regenerations too.
Oh, I hope so, but I'm just talking about the way he was written whenever he was killed and he refused to regenerate. I mean, that was written in there, so from our perspective, it was done for a reason or whatever, but I just think it was a lame reason. You know what? I want to say something about Clara that was mentioned earlier about, Gloria not wanting Clara to go away. I think we generally think about when she was in the Doctor's time stream, she was in his time stream from the past up to Matt Smith, but his time stream goes forward. So arguably, she may not remember the future or whatever, but it's probably fair to say that she ended up in his time stream in Capaldi's version of the Doctor, and whoever the Doctor is going to be beyond him and beyond him, So through that, Missy's in some form or fashion could always be around.
Well, I honestly think that she only saw up until the 11th because time was changed after Time of the Doctor. But from that point in time, that was it. That's what I believe. Because, up until they left the time stream, the TARDIS window was cracked and everything was reformed and Strax came back to life and Jenny. But I do feel that it was changed, but not in it. Time Lords fixed it where it wouldn't really mess up the universe that way. And it wasn't his dead body, it was a tear in time because the Time Lords wrecked it. So,
yeah,
that's
true.
what I believe. Because they actually changed whatever they changed. So, but they're allowed. I think the Time Lords are allowed to change fixed points because that's what he said. But they're not around. So.
I totally want to know. I totally want to know why it was that the. I mean, I don't really believe it was just that it was that her keeping the conference call open. I don't believe that. I think there's something more about a connection, like how I think it might be that Clara was connected to the telepathic circuit through the TARDIS, and maybe it's like the TARDIS through the TARDIS or something. Why?
We'll have to figure that out.
It's really confusing. But it was odd that she was going in and out. River was in that episode. It wasn't like she was there the whole time. It's like she kept coming theories and re-theories in the perfect timing, like whenever she needed to say something or be there for something. And she knew
I think if you get the name of the Doctor, she meant that Clara was still alive.
Yeah.
That's why she was still there.
That's what everybody assumed. But it's weird that, that there was, I don't know, it just felt weird.
But because she had that liquid Clara, she was real.
Yeah.
Because he grabbed her hand.
Uh-huh.
So that's interesting.
The way she said to Clara about how she must have knew about what she knew that the gravestone wasn't really a gravestone. And she was telling Clara, and then Clara was saying it out so the Doctor could hear her. Not knowing that the Doctor could hear her saying it. But yeah, it's like she knew about. Also, how was it that she knew about the Tread War? I'm pretty sure the Doctor just told her about it. Like she was asked Astra, and she told her what the Supermen were whispering, what the guy said about the.
What's up, Chris?
And she's like,
everybody.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
She said, "Tell me exactly how they phrased it." And so it's almost as if she knew what happens in Tread War and stuff. Like,
We're just speculating, Chris, on River and Clara.
What about?
Just about their connection. I mean, Like the connection that Gloria was talking about the when River was connected with Clara through the voicemail thing, or the open link, and if there's another connection that we don't know about with the two characters.
Chris is like,
Oh, okay.
oh, no.
I know what you're talking about. But finish what you were saying, Gloria. I don't want to interrupt you.
I was basically done. I was just saying that it's weird that she kind of knew, even though she wasn't on the Christmas episode. River was.
She knew what Translator was, right?
But she knew what Trimble was. She knew about Trimble. She even had a look on her face like she was like dreading it, or afraid of it. I mean, I guess maybe because the doctor told her it was the significance of it, that something happened there, and she's probably just assuming that it's going to be something bad, like maybe he'll, die or whatever. Maybe she heard the prophecy also about the sound, when Cyrus will follow and all that. Maybe she heard it too. I mean, Bryan the one that told the doctor and a couple other people, but maybe she heard it too, and that's why she looked that way.
Chris.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because we seen a picture where Missy is pissed off in the cemetery.
I saw
right?
that.
Now, I don't know if you saw the previous cast that we did today, where I said, well, where are a million Claras buried? Because if they are using the dead, what if a million Claras, because she was split into a million pieces, become Cybermen and then turn on the Cybermen? So I titled it, before it was Night of the Living Claras, that I said that months ago, if you remember. Now I called it Day of the Living Claras.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't think anything now is outside the realm of possibility with where they can go with this.
Well, they just announced that all the stuff, the BBC got scared and announced, because they got the public pressure, they announced that the whole thing about heaven and hell was fake. They just actually ruined the finale.
Well, was that ever in question, though? I mean, there was a line in the show where she said, those people in there think they're in heaven.
Yeah.
Right.
So as soon as she said that, I said, oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was just me, but I never thought that was actually heaven anyway. Like, I thought that,
Yeah, I didn't think
I
so.
don't even think those people are actually dying, to tell you the truth.
I think that they're all Cybermen or
I think
robots.
what's happening is that like they're in a state of like they're about to die, and as soon as that happens, this whatever that orb is like hijacking their consciousness before they die. So
Right.
I think
that's why they're connected to their bodies, because if they were really dying, theoretically, would their soul leave their body? If you believe that, wouldn't their soul leave their body and they wouldn't still be connected?
I honestly feel that Danny Pink, being a soldier, would not die get crossing the street.
Right.
So I think that they took him there so the doctor could follow him there. That's how we make it. Okay. There's an echo. Daniel, are you watching the previous cast that we're just doing?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Okay.
So I guess that
Go ahead, Gloria. Go ahead, Gloria.
sorry. I guess that might mean that the Victorian Clara will definitely probably be taken because of that. You said there was a white orb or an orb above her right as she died.
I was wondering what that orb was.
Yeah, I saw it. I rewatched it when you said that or mentioned it on our podcast a couple podcasts ago, and I watched it. We watched it. And there is an orb there. It's like really bright. It's like lighting up.
And whenever Strax healed anybody, there's no orb. Whenever he worked on somebody, there was no orb.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, I'm sorry to mute you, bro. I heard the echo on your side there. Oh, could you unmute? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Daniel, what do you think of the finale? I mean, how do you think Missy's going to get defeated?
Um, I don't know. I'm not sure how she's going to get defeated, but she will, definitely.
Well, it looks like in the cemetery she gets defeated. You know, and I'm
I don't
just
know, maybe
curious what cemetery it is.
I'm not sure. Maybe she does something to piss the doctor off, and the doctor destroys her.
I think it has something to do with Amy Pond because I think we saw something with the grave.
That's because that's another thing we said that in a cast before this, because we really don't know how long this has been going on, so it would not surprise me if Amy and Rory were somehow involved in this.
Or if there's nothing in the grave.
There was also there's also one picture on that set of pictures that has Cybermen.
Well, and
The one looks thinner than the other. One looks like lighter. Kind of, and you know, the pieces underneath the arms and stuff look like they're thinner, kind of. Or one's thinner than the other. Like man and woman.
I'm telling you, when I was at the filming of Angels Take Manhattan, there was something else filmed with Amy and the doctor with different characters. It was this other guy, man, that had like dreadlocks, and I think he was like a blues man or something, and it's this scene, and I'm like wondering if...
Could be like a flashback?
No, I'm wondering if they filmed a scene with Amy and Rory there where they could reuse and said that Matt Smith went back and saved them.
maybe. Well, and you know, I was going to say real quick, remember, as far as, like, you know, being able to, like, the possibility of Missy having gotten her hands on, like, Amy and Rory or something like that and uploaded them, remember, she's able to do this through time, forward and backward, because remember, they were in the future and into the Dalek. And that soldier dies, and, you know, all of a sudden she's greeted by Missy there in quote-unquote heaven, or, you know, whatever. So, I mean, she's able to do what she's doing in and out of time, you know, or, you know, through time, not necessarily from one point. I mean, from one fixed point where she is in the present, there on Earth, and reach forward at least through time. So who's to say that she could not have reached backwards as well?
She did reach backward. She got the clockwork droid from the past in the first episode that Capaldi was in.
So there you go.
You mentioned Amy in Deep Breath for a reason.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does look like from the trailer, the TV promo trailer,
All right.
from one of the images that the doctor. It does look like the doctor's in the same graveyard that Amy and Rory's grave is at.
I'm bet you the grave is empty.
We saw those pictures of the tombstones, and then we saw that Madison, Sarah Madison, one who plays in the there. Makes me
Bryan, don't play no video.
I'm not playing the video. I have it on still images.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you.
Sorry, Gloria.
I just wanted to show you that it looks like the same graveyard.
Could that be a different graveyard though?
It would have to be because that graveyard was filmed in New York. So.
Well, we thought it was in New York, but then he couldn't travel back to New York, right?
Because I'm thinking like I think everyone's seeing. I'm not just saying on the panel, but I think all the fans who watch it are seeing a graveyard and they're going Amy and Rory,
Right.
just jumping the gun. What if that's the graveyard that Clara was in when she said, "I don't believe in ghosts"?
Yeah, where her gravestone is.
Honestly, that would make more sense now, seeing that that's Clara-centric rather than Amy and Rory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, she was standing next to her own grave, or her echo's grave.
Right.
And then the lady ghost, it's the same one that her echo, the Victorian was buried in. And when it comes to, Angels Take Manhattan, Joe, the place that he goes to go get the last page, it was actually in the park.
No, I know that.
Remember, it was on.
I know that, but the extra stuff that I saw filmed was in Tudor City Plaza.
Ah.
So
The
at
great
least I think it was filmed, or maybe he was just chilling. I don't know.
Be careful. Because that means there's something going
Well,
on.
he kept changing the script as he was filming. I know he was doing different things, but somewhere there's footage where, you know, that they could use, I'm sure.
Oh, hey, you know, did I show you guys this last time? Do we have Firefly fans here?
Firefly?
Yeah. So I got this poster. It was off, I think, T-Fury, but it's Serenity rescuing or stealing the TARDIS. And it's called Time Heist. I mean, no, not Time Heist. I'm sorry, the Time Job or something. I think.
Oh, cool. So we'd have both rivers on there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's right. You have both rivers. Look at that.
And maybe
Yeah, I saw this. I'm like, I have to have it.
And the guy from Canton. Yeah.
Firefly is such a good show.
Isn't that funny how there was
I love it.
a river character on Firefly
Yeah.
first, and the guy was from the town of Canton, and that was Mark Shepard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. That was a good show.
I guess I could have made that bigger whenever I showed it to you. But yeah, I saw that and I'm like, I have to have it. That's a good $25. That's well spent. Well spent.
Daniel, what do you have to add?
Nothing really. I think this is also great. We're gonna find out a lot more soon.
Well, you told me that you want River to die just like Picard. Star Trek.
Yeah. So
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Whovians that don't want to see River. Real Whovians. And a lot of real Whovians don't want to see Clara either.
I know, but just come on. River's such a cool character.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, I think they're gonna bring her back, and then she's gonna die on a bridge, killed by this dude named Sauron.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
You're really
Yeah, that guy, man. I can't stand that guy. Let me tell you something. When I went to see that movie, I was really pissed. I mean, beyond pissed.
oh yeah, that was a bad way for him to go. That was
Beyond
terrible.
pissed. I was really upset for a long time.
Well, at least that he's gonna be in this new movie, so.
Thank God. Thank
And
God.
I don't think that's people are pissed off. I don't think it's cheating, and here's why: it's a different timeline. So that's a different Kirk because it's going to be the Kirk from this.
I wouldn't even do that. I would do the Nexus goes to that reality.
Oh yeah, but I guess, but they have
Just like the cracks.
yeah, like
I posted that on Facebook.
they're
I should
gonna
have
like
picture of the Nexus, and I should have pictured the cracks.
Yeah.
So they can
All
do
right,
a
guys.
Star Trek Doctor Who actual movie, and the Doctor goes back.
Russell T. Davis almost had a crossover.
yeah.
Almost. He talked about that. in
Really?
Star Trek. Yeah.
That would have been something. At least do like a short, like one of the little like 10 or 15 minute things like they did with Time Crash or whatever. That'd be interesting.
All right, gang, we're done for tonight. And I don't know if we're gonna do The Walking Dead. Maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. So, all right, guys, take care. Bye for now.
Have a
Bye.
good night.